Lerone Murphy versus Aaron Pico. Let's talk about this fight. So, for UFC 319, I was really excited for this fight. I've always been a really big Aaron Pico fan. I was hoping that he would get the W, but it seems like the Bellator curse has struck again. When Pico was going to fight Evloev, I wasn't too concerned. I knew it was a tough fight, but I thought that Pico would get the job done. He has good wrestling as well, and I thought with his boxing that he would get the job done. When I found out he was fighting Murphy, I was a little more concerned. I was on the edge of my seat the whole time when the fight started. And I mean, let's start from the beginning. It was only one round. It was a very competitive round. There were some body shots that Pico was landing, and there was at least one of them that you could tell, Lerone Murphy felt. You could kind of see him, kind of slouching down like he felt that body shot. And Pico was known for having a great left hook, and especially a left hook to the liver. He's good at catching the body and hurting people. So at times it looked like Pico might be he's taking over. He could get this done. But his pressure was a bit much, and it seemed like on his entries he was kind of leaving himself open. Like when he's out and he's boxing, he's doing a great job. But when he goes to enter, it's like he's just, his hands aren't up. He's not throwing a jab out before he shoots to take the takedown. It's almost like it's just his arms are out. He's ready to grab you, and he goes in. And I think twice during that round I saw him do that, and I was almost like, that's not good. He's got to protect himself, and he almost got caught with a knee coming up the middle that hit him in the chest. And as I'm watching the first round, I'm getting more and more nervous. Like I said, he hit him with the body shots. I thought, hey, he might drop him with a body shot. And like I said, very competitive. Extremely competitive, but I thought Pico would win the round 10-9 if it stayed going like it was. And then Pico staying on the pressure, and Murphy hits him with the spinning elbow, and I mean it was perfectly placed. Perfectly placed spinning elbow. And as soon as it landed and you saw Pico falling back, you knew he was out cold. I mean, he was out before he hit the canvas. He was just flat out. And Murphy followed up with one shot, and you could just see his whole body just shaking. I'm going to be honest, in that moment, I was devastated. I couldn't believe it. Me being a big Pico fan, I was like, no, you got to be kidding me. But Murphy, he is a talented fighter, and I'm a big fan. I mean, to watch him, kind of taking a lot of these shots, and Pico, he punches really hard, taking those body shots and taking some shots and still, just moving around, and it almost seemed like he was getting the timing a little more, just missed with the knee, just missed with a couple other things, and then just perfectly placed spinning elbow. Lerone Murphy, you have a new fan now, because that was phenomenal. Very fun to watch. Unfortunately, it was one of my favorite fighters that I watched you flatline. But hey, it is what it is. This is the fight game, and these guys know what they're signing up for. But I mean, this was fight of the night in my opinion. I love to watch it. I think I've watched it 3 other times since that night. But just a phenomenal fight, and I think Pico will be back. I think he should fight an unranked fighter next. We're gonna have to get a win under his belt, and he's gonna have to be out for a while. I mean, you don't get knocked out like that and come back in 4 or 5 months. I personally think he should take a year off before he fights again. So that kind of sucks, because I would like to see him fight and stay active, but when you get knocked out like that, that's not something you can come back from right away. But Lerone Murphy, he should be fighting for the title next. Volkanovski called him out that night. He said, congratulations, see you in December. So hopefully they're setting up that fight. That will be a very interesting championship fight. I know that one could go either way. You know, Volkanovski is a great champion. He always was. So that'd be a great fight to watch. But Lerone Murphy got the job done. You earned a new fan here. Great job.